listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim, there's Amy.
Hi, guys.
Jack is here.
Yep.
Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House
With Jim Colbert. All right, Animal House brought to you by our friends over at Claws Malone. We'll tell you more about those guys in just a few minutes. But with no further ado, let's give it up to Lee Asher, host of Animal Planet's My Pack Life and founder of the Asher House.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? Good to hear from you. What's going on?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. You know what the funny thing is right before we came on the air, I went to this Asher House website, and it is basically a collection of you and a whole bunch of dogs. A whole bunch of dogs.
Is a lot of dogs. It is we have anywhere between 120 to 200 dogs at a time at the sanctuary.
Wow. And you call it a sanctuary, and that's an interesting word to use. We deal with a lot of the shelters and alliances around Orlando. Do you choose the word sanctuary for a reason?
Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, we are really big on giving animals, not just dogs, but animals freedom. It's not just about being, you know, kenneled and waiting for their forever home. We are taking all of the dogs, like I said before, 120 to 200 dogs on walks through the woods. We have 240 acres. So it's this big green field and beautiful trees and a 20-acre lake. So it's a sanctuary because the dogs are there, if need be, for life. It's where they get to live the rest of their life. They can feel safe, not just for a day, not just for a week, but forever. And that's why it's a sanctuary. And it's not just a sanctuary for dogs. We have cats, pigs, alpacas, llamas, over 25 horses, donkeys, mules. I mean, you name it, we have everything. And for me, another reason why it's a sanctuary, it's for people too, not to actually visit and to live there, but my goal was to make videos and make content to help people have better days and to feel better and not any worse than the media and the world already does, you know? So that's why it's the sanctuary instead of just a shelter or a regular rescue.
Yeah, you quit your job in like 2017. You had like a corporate job and you did this. Now, this seems like dream world stuff. This is like something like a kid would say, I'm going to do, Daddy, I'm going to quit everything and I'm going to go be an astronaut or I'm going to go, do that. So what led to this? I mean, I can understand the passion for animals, but cutting your entire life off and starting your life over again for this, what led to that? Usually there's a jumping point.
I'm really, no one has asked me that. I've done a lot of interviews. No one has asked me that way. So thank you for asking me that. I never felt like there was anything that made me feel that it was aligned with my purpose. There was no amount of money. There was no relationship. There was no job. There was nothing that ever made me feel more grateful to be a human being than to help, than to give, than to help animals. I've always really enjoyed helping people, and I've always really enjoyed helping animals. And I didn't, I don't say this to sound like a saint, because I'm certainly not. I really don't think that there was anything else for me. There was nothing that I would have been good at. There was no other avenue where I think I could have made an impact. I just wanted to do something where I could actually make a difference in this world. I knew that my goal, like everybody else, a lot of people say when they have enough money, they're going to open up a sanctuary one day, they're going to do these things. And I remember feeling when I was around 28 years old, which was in 2017, well, what if I don't make that amount of money? Does that mean I'm never going to do something that's aligned with my purpose? What if I don't accomplish those goals? Does that mean I'm never going to open up an animal sanctuary? I said, what can I do now to make a difference? And that's what I would really recommend anyone do, especially if you're struggling, especially if you're hurting. Do not focus on what you can do to make yourself feel better. Focus on what you can do to serve. That is why we are all here, to serve in some way, to better the people or to better the lives around us. Everyone's always asking me, how do I find my purpose? Everyone's purpose is the same. It's to help your neighbor, to help the person next to you, to help living things. to bring people up and to give life. And if you focus on that, which is what I did, you're going to figure something out. It's not any easier. Your life is even more difficult, but at least you're living a life filled with purpose. And that's what I think life is all about. You would see so many more people doing so many more positive and productive things in society if they lived a life with purpose.
We're talking to Lee Asher here. If you want to see him and hear some more of this great motivation, May 30th at Hardrock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale right now at Ticketmaster and at the Hardrock Live box office. The Animal Planet's My Pack Life. You know, usually when you have a television show, you pitch that, and you have to go in, you sit in front of executives, you go, hey, here's my idea. How was the idea of My Pack Life received by the executives at Animal Planet when you first pitched it?
I never pitched it. I'm not one to be on a show. It wasn't my idea. Animal Planet, they all saw what I was doing and wanted to be a part of it. And it was pitched to me.
Cool.
That's the way to do it.
That really does feed into your message, though, does it not, Lee?
It really does. If you're doing good things, goodness always prevails no matter what challenges you face. If you're doing good things and living a life worth living, then things will present themselves to you and not the other way around.
Lee, what was the job that you did leave before you made this leap?
I was a corporate trainer, so I would go to a variety of different sales companies to help them get their sales in line and their corporate structure in line.
And you left that to hang out with animals?
Well,
Yeah, you know, it wasn't just to hang out with animals. I left that to make a difference.
Yeah.
I left that to make a difference.
do any of this? I'm sorry, Lee. Do any of the skills that you had in that corporate job relate and translate to what you're doing now and to the your mission here?
I'm going to start watching your guys' show. You guys are. No, seriously, man, you guys are really good. You know what you're doing. It's great. These are great questions that more people should ask. Every day of your life is not wasted. There's not a single day of your life, even if you feel like it was nothing. Everything that you're doing right now, every argument you ever have with someone, every bad day, good day, everything is to help mold you for what is waiting for you, for your purpose. So the answer is absolutely. Absolutely every single thing I did in my life that had nothing to do with animals is part of the reason why the Asher House is where it is today. Every day is a gift. And this isn't to motivate you. This is to remind you that the most painful experiences of your life, the biggest trauma, the most resentment, whatever it is, that is all things that have happened for you to be able to better everything around you, really. It all happened for you because you were capable of handling it and thriving from it. So yes, not just my previous job, but everything that has ever happened to me in my life before starting the Asher House was in preparation for starting the Asher House.
Lee, this is Amy. I always tell young people when I talk to them about, what do you want to be when you grow up? I say, what do you love right now? What is your passion right now? What do you love right now that you could maybe turn into something as you age and go to college and graduate? For you as a child growing up, did you have that passion for animals? Were you the kid that was like, Mom, I found a stray cat and can I keep it? Was that you as a child?
You're so spot on. That wasn't only me as a child. I wasn't very good in school. I grew up with severe learning disabilities. Nothing piqued my interest to me. And because of that, I didn't have friends, because when you're younger, you talk about comic books and cartoons and toys and none of that was appealing to me. My only focus was animals. Any chance that I could, I would be around animals. I started going to the shelters due to bullying at school. I was running away from school, going to the shelters at a very young age. And I really immersed my life into it, which is why it's so organic that it ended up being what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And when people, talk about what did you want to be when you grow up, it's a scary thing. It could be a frightening question, because what if there are no options on the table that appeal to you? So you can create it, which is what I did. I created what I wanted to be because I couldn't find it anywhere. And everyone, you don't have to fit into the bubble of society of what you think that is what you should be or what people want you to be. The question is, how do you think you could best be of service and add value when you grow up? And that is what you should do. Where is the best that you could add value to this world? And that is what you should focus on.
Yeah. Here with Lee Asher. Again, he's going to be at Hard Rock Live May 30th. Grab your tickets now. Hard Rock Live box office or Ticketmaster.
Lee, we're getting listeners texting in, absolutely loving your message. What is the experience at the Hard Rock Live on May 30th going to be like? If someone was thinking about going to see you on May 30th at the Hard Rock Live Orlando, what's the experience like? What should they expect?
You know, I always just wanted to do my best to influence people to turn their pain into their passion. Pain is such a gift. You know, pain is such a gift. You don't hear of any success story, a beautiful success story, without hearing such pain that the person went through. Too many people right now, in my opinion, are living with their suffering and becoming a victim to their suffering. But the suffering happened as a gift to give you the fuel that you need to change not just the world, but at least not the world because it sounds too intense, but at least to help change the world around you. And that's really what I wanted. If I could have anything in my life, would be the gift to help people turn their pain into their superpower, to help people turn their pain into the tool that's going to make the biggest difference. And then we're no longer the victim saying, why did this happen to me? We're now saying, thank you for making this happen for me.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, I see that you have a ring on. I don't know what your partner is like. I don't know anything about your personal life.
Sure.
But, you know, when you're in a marriage or you're in a long-term relationship and you make decisions of this level, you know, to quit the job to, you know, the only income things like that. Did you have a partner that was supporting you in this? And how?
No.
What you didn't?
No.
Okay.
No, you know, it's another thing that shows you what happens when you're focused on your purpose and focused on your mission. About what I said earlier, how goodness always prevails. I always thought to myself, I'm never going to find someone, you know, people see it on social media. They say, I want that life. What people don't see on social media is, you know, every morning that I wake up from after walking the dogs from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., I'm cleaning up poos and peas all over the house. You know, all these dogs. My bed, I'm not joking. I have to have a family bed. It's called a family mattress. This isn't a sponsorship. This is true. A family mattress, right? Where it's 2 king-size beds combined to one. I have 40 dogs sleep in the bed. And every morning I wake up, as soon as I open my eyes, I just pray that it's less than 3 peas in the bed.
Oh, come on. Wow. Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Lee.
Now, I know.
Lee.
Now,
Do you do
now,
laundry
hear me out.
every day?
Every single day
every
we have
day?
to do laundry.
But
We
2
have
king-size beds?
yeah, and guess what? Her name is Sarah, a beautiful, I wear this because there's a lot of scammers out there. and I want people, and I don't want people thinking I'm in a I'm serious. I just had to do a court case in Alaska. This woman thought we were in a relationship. It was crazy.
Oh,
she gave him all this money. Yeah,
Oh
it's a
my
good
gosh.
side hustle for anyone who's a pathetic piece of it, you know?
Okay.
But I have this beautiful, amazing fiance who shares this passion with me, who's just as crazy as I am. And we wake up together and we get to work every single day, you know?
That's great, man. Well, listen, we are out of time, and I don't want to hold you, but I do want to do this. I want to make sure that everybody knows, because I know you have gobs of social media followers, and we have so many animal lovers in our audience. Could you please make sure that you give everybody your social media connections so they can follow you and the Asher House?
Yeah, so our sanctuary account is called, the nonprofit account is called the Asher House. And then my personal account is Lee Asher's World, Lee Asher's World. And it's very important that everyone knows the only place to make a donation is theasherhouse.com. I don't personally check messages, so if you think you're talking to me, you're getting scammed. And I'm very grateful for all the support and everything like that. And I really hope to meet you all at my events. And I just want to say one more time about this show. I'm not just saying it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. This was the best interview I have done to date. Your questions and your enthusiasm and I could feel your heart through the phone. I just want to say that you are a part of being an example of living your purpose. You are sharing good energy to the world. You're sharing good energy to the viewers, and I certainly appreciate you. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, my friend. And I want people to go out and see you as well. Hardrock Live presents an evening with animal rescue advocate, motivational speaker, and star of Animal Planet's My Pack Life. It's Lee Asher from the Asher House. 6 million followers. You can be 6,000,001 if you want. May 30th, Hardrock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster or the Hardrock Live box office. Good and loud for Lee Asher, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Great job,
You're
boss.
the best.
We'll
Thank
see you
so
soon,
much.
man. All right.